Hey everybody, I am Howard and this is Otter's Retirement Corner. And before we get started today, I have a very special announcement. Well, at least it's special to me and Otter. Hopefully tomorrow, if everything goes right, Otter will have a new sister. We are adopting a new dog, a rescue from the county shelter, and supposed to pick her up tomorrow. Everything goes right. We'll have her on as soon as possible. We're kind of not sure on the name yet. I'm kind of favoring Juno. My wife is kind of favoring River, so we'll have River Otter. Tell me what you think. Tell me, give me some suggestions for a nice dog girl name, and don't make it a regular dog name. It's got to be something unusual. So anyway, let's talk about wonderful Medicare. And I'm not being facetious, and I'm not being sarcastic. For me, the way I have my Medicare set up is working fantastic. And let me explain a little bit and, talk about your experiences and whether you're doing the same thing or something different. I have a Medicare Part B, like, about half the country. The other half are Medicare eligible people. The other half have Medicare Advantage. And while 50% of people have it, it seems like a lot of them are disgruntled with it, but that's still the fact. It's growing. It's a bigger portion of the market now than ever, and it may continue to grow. But again, a lot of comments I read of people who have it aren't happy. So I opted for Medicare traditional Part B. So I pay my $174 plus a month. And then last year I had a high deductible Medigap plan or supplemental plan. And I think I was paying about $50 a month. There was a deductible, and then it paid. I ended up paying a lot more out of pocket than I thought I might, probably because I used more services than I thought I might. So this year I decided to switch to a full 100% Medigap coverage plan. So I pay $199 a month, and I get everything Medicare doesn't cover on Part B paid for by the insurance company. Now, I calculated my break-even point between the two different policies at about $1,700 and $1,800 a year. Meaning, if the Part B didn't cover $1,800 or more, I'd be better off with this new plan. And had I used services less than that, I would have been better off with the old plan. Now, I know what everyone's saying is, hey, you can't change plan, you have to go under underwriting. Underwriting was ridiculous. They asked me, I don't remember whether there's 2 or 3 questions, do you have diabetes, do you have this, do you have that? No. Okay, done. You don't have to prove anything. They would see it in the medical bills anyway. So it's not like you have to go undergo a physical or the underwriting is kind of a joke. So I changed plans to this 100% coverage. So between what I pay for my Part B and what I pay for that supplemental or Medigap plan, I know, not counting drugs, I'm going to pay about $4,800 a year regardless, whatever services I use. My Part D plan is a zero premium, covers drugs, and I've spent maybe $50, $60 this year, and there's been several prescriptions, so it's worked out kind of nice. So overall, I won't spend more than $5,000 a year. And some of you may say, oh my God, $5,000 a year. I understand that. If you're happier with your Part B and a zero premium plan, understand a zero premium Medigap plan is going to have a high deductible. But if you use very few services, maybe you're okay and you're going to spend $2,000 a year or 200, whatever it is. And it's going to be far less than I'm going to spend. But I have peace of mind. And it's not just knowing what I'm going to spend. It's knowing that I can go to any doctor, any hospital, any imaging center, any lab for any service or services, and I don't pay anything. I've already paid. So, that $200, $199 a month I pay means I've already paid. I'm covered. So any suggestion by the doctor, maybe you should have this test. Okay, let's do that test. I just go and have that test and I don't pay anything. Some ridiculous things did appear though. I don't know that I mentioned this, but 3 years ago I had surgery for an inguinal hernia. They put in a big mesh into my abdomen, and it's outpatient. So I was at the hospital for 6, 8 hours, whatever it was, and I didn't pay anything. And I knew going in I wasn't going to pay anything. I don't care what it costs. But the interesting thing is when I got the Medicare recap plan that I'm looking at here, the hospital charged for that few hours in the hospital $142,000. It's just so ridiculous. Medicare paid $4,100. And then the other a little over $1,000 went to my Medigap plan, which they paid. But just the ridiculousness of $142,000. The entire procedure got billed at $164,000. Nobody pays that. I don't know the reasoning behind doing it like this. And I've covered the medical industry in my jobs for a long time, but I've never really gotten a great explanation on this. So who cares? That's the bill. Sorry, bud. So the whole point is, it's working out really great for me. And again, I understand $5,000 a year, maybe more than you want to spend, but it's far less than I spent on commercial insurance while I was working. And it's, far less than I would spend on any other plan that I could get. And I don't want to say I got lucky, but it's fortunate that because I've needed a lot of services this year that I have this plan. Later this week, I have an x-ray scheduled, I have an MRI scheduled, I have an echocardiogram scheduled, and I have an ultrasound scheduled. And I have a specialist physician office visit scheduled. This is going to be thousands of dollars. The MRI alone, I'm sure, is going to be a couple, I have to have actually 2 procedures with and without contrast. So, that's going to be a few $1,000s, and Medicare is going to pay their few $100. And the point is, who cares? I care, but I don't care. I don't want to just willy-nilly use up services and take up time that other people could be using. But if I need it and my doctors are suggesting it or, advising for it, I'm going to do it. Had I had the other policy with the high deductible, the Medigap plan, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be doing all of it. I might skip a procedure here or there or an imaging that isn't 100% necessary, but I'm doing it. So that's my story. Medicare is working out great for me. Tell me your stories. In the comments, again, after you like and subscribe, give me a name for our new puppy. Again, vote for either Juno or River, or give us your own name. And Otter's new sister, I'll show her on the channel as soon as I can, as soon as she's comfortable with it. She's a real cutie. And, comment on anything else. Comment on your Medicare plans and anything else you want me to talk about in regards to Medicare. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.